Dominic Review Productions brings you classic entertainment in a modern world and in a vintage manner with the cast that's keeping the golden age of radio alive in a day in the life of Hollywood 1950s. With the voices of Dominic Breckenridge as Billy Gray, Jasmine Malkin as Rachel Hayden, Tony Ballard as Mason Davis, and Tamara Solomon as Anderson. Let's look into the lives and the day of 1950s Hollywood. Radio, television, rebels, wild ones, and rock and roll. This fine Hollywood Sunday morning finds Betty, it is I, doing some house cleaning. Let's take a look. Let's see here. This will be the keep pile, and this will be the throwaway stack. Now, let's see. Swashbuckling sword. Let's see. Swing hammock. Keep. Let's see. How's mustache? Who could be knocking at the kitchen door? I sure hope it isn't Cab Calloway again. I had enough trouble convincing him I wasn't doing the hoochie coochie, it was the hucklebuck. And I'm not that frail from Chinatown, no matter how many times he tells me the story. Hey, Betty. Oh, hi, Anderson. It's you. Come on in.
What's going on in here?
Oh, I'm just doing some house cleaning.
What's this pile? You going to auction this stuff off?
Auction? Anderson? Are you running a temperature?
No.
Feverish.
No.
A little tight?
What? No. Why are you asking me this?
Because I'm trying to figure out why on earth you think I want to auction off a swashbuckling sword, a swinging hammock, and a mustache.
Mustache? Is it yours?
Yes. No, of course not. I just own it. It was a package deal.
Mustache included?
No.
Then how did you get it?
I don't remember.
Who does it belong to?
I don't know.
How long have you had it?
Couldn't say.
Betty,
What?
step away from the corner. Is that tape on this type power cutout?
It might be.
And she asked me if I were type.
Don't judge me, Anderson.
You're right. It could be worse. You could have the sideburns to match. Betty, where are you? Is that tape around your ears? Betty Gray.
What? It could be worse.
No, it couldn't.
Anderson, did you come over here to go through my personal effects or just to be nosy?
Neither. I came over to give you tickets to the gala the magazine is throwing tonight.
Is it tonight? Oh my goodness, I forgot all about that.
But you said you've been looking forward to it.
I have. That's the reason I started cleaning in the first place. I was trying to clean out my closet for something to wear.
Honestly, Betty, being a woman, I can sympathize up to a point. But when you have all of Macy's in your closet for day wear and studio gowns for evening wear, the line has to stop somewhere.
It does, with my signature right above it. Let's go shopping for new dresses.
Not me, Auntie Mame. I already have my dress. I just wanted to swing by with the tickets. I have to go see Mason about a proposition.
Of what sort?
He didn't say. If you ask me, he's suffering from too much guys and dolls. If he buys one more striped suit with a polka dot necktie and tells me one more thing his daddy used to say to him, I won't know whether to call him Nathan Jersey or Ground Masterson. Betty, where are you going?
Nowhere.
Betty, stop and step away from the hat boxes. What? Betty! So you're the person these suits and ties were coming from?
No, JT. That happens decades later. Carry on.
Anderson, every time I visit the set, Sinatra and Marlon look so nice in their suits.
No wonder they wore only 2 suits the whole film. You were stealing the rest.
Not stealing.
Borrowing?
Collecting. This is what happens when you're the house guest of the Hagans when your house is being remodeled.
Feeling guilty?
Yes.
Going to return the suits?
Nope.
Didn't think so. Goodbye, Betty.
So long, Anderson. See you tonight.
All right, Mason. Now that you have me here, what's the proposition?
It's this.
This what?
This, what I hold in my hand, right here.
It's a book.
It's not just a book, it's a black book.
I can see that from the outside.
But it's what's inside that makes it valuable.
It's what's on the inside that makes it worthless.
The names that are written on it?
The blank pages that are in it.
Blank pages? Look, I'll have you know that this is worth a pretty penny.
Then this fresh one I found outside the bank on my way over to your house should do you good.
Pike, are you...
Because I gather you're planning on selling this to me as a notepad to use when I'm in the field for a story.
Pike, are you going to take me serious?
I was joking? I'm sorry. I didn't know. In that case, I'd better go give Birmingham some material. Because I'm certainly wasting it on you.
All right. Do you want to take a look inside? Look.
Mason,
Look.
if I wanted to see crisp white pages, I'd go down to the office and watch the printing press go into action. But at the moment, I have important things to do and to take care of before the gala tonight.
Yeah, look, that's what this book is about. That's what this is all about.
Okay, well, unless it has Little Richard and Jackie Wilson's number inside, you and your little blank book are no use to me.
Okay. It's even better than that, okay? And I will trade you this book. It's filled with valuable context and information. All I want is a chance to sing on stage, woo, with Little Richard tonight at the gala. Come on. Are you leaving?
No, I'm trying to decide what's so funny. You wanting to trade an address book or sing with Little Richard? Or you thinking Little Richard would need you to sing? Or you thinking Little Richard would even want you to sing? Even ask you to sing? It's all too much.
Alright, that's so funny. Okay, are you finna go now?
Yes, now I know I have to see Birmingham.
Alright.
What's going on?
Hey, hiya, Rachel. Did I catch you at a bad time?
No, Dennis isn't here.
That's what I came to see.
Although the fact that you're trying to see Dennis about whatever the situation is already tells me it's nothing that I can do for you, or not necessarily on the up and up, so I'm sure it won't bother me in the least to ask you, what's the problem?
I just need to give him my little black book. Rachel, my hand's still in the door!
I wouldn't have closed it if it weren't.
Rachel, please come open the door. I'm starting to lose the feeling in my hand.
You want to make it both? If not, you'd better go somewhere else with this little black... Wait a minute. This is Mason Davis, the would-be Casanova. I'm sure there are less numbers on those pages in there. Alright, now what is this about this little blank book?
Oh, man. Why does everybody keep saying that? Look, I'll have you know that I can give Bill Goodwin a run for his money with this book.
Which isn't anything to brag about. I'm sure his book is blanker than yours, and you can imagine any woman falling for those lines other than Tootsie.
Look, never mind that. I have very important business between the sheets. Of paper. I just wanted to see if Dennis could take this little black book of mine so I could get a spot with Little Richard at the gala tonight. That's so funny, Rachel.
I'm not sure, but I think you wanting to trade this book with Dennis as if I'd actually let him use it, or the trouble he'll get into if he even thought he could use it, or the pickle he'd be in if he even considered using it.
I don't mean for him to use it, Rachel. I just mean for him to find somebody who's gonna bite.
Yeah, that too. It's pretty. It's pretty funny too.
How? Dennis is always selling something to somebody. As a matter of fact, he's the one who sold me this book in the before I put the numbers in it, Rachel.
Sure. Listen, it's been 2 whole days since Dennis has gotten into any trouble, and that's a record. So if you don't mind, I'd like to see if we can keep this BA up for a little while longer.
BA?
Buffoonery Anonymous.
Hey, Rachel. Hey, Mason. What are you two doing standing up in the front door? Uh-oh. Mason. Have you been in the baking grease again?
No!
Come to think of that, Mason, why don't you tell it to Betty? She may be able to help you with your problem. This is more her line anyway. She knows a lot of Hollywood fellows that may be able to put you wise to Little Richard in the process.
I hesitate to attempt communication any further on the subject where Mason is concerned. See, problem, help, and Hollywood fellas, which has never been a problem that I needed help with, all seem sound, but I'm confused as to where Wise and Mason come into contact with one another in the same sentence.
Betty, you gotta help me. You my last resort.
Thank you, Mason. Thanks awfully.
Betty, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put it that way.
Then don't be. You see, I take pride in knowing that anything no one else can do, I can do better.
Not exactly Betty Hutton, but I get her point.
Now, what seems to be troubling you?
All right, Betty. I have a proposition for you.
You can bypass the Sky Masterson talk. I already caught that show. Be frank with me. No pun intended.
I'll trade you this book filled with valuable contacts and information
All that.
for a chance for me to sing with Little Richard on the stage tonight at the gala. Now what are you laughing about?
I'm sorry, you didn't hear what just came out of your mouth?
What is so funny about what I said?
Okay, I'm not sure. Either trading the address book for a Hollywood fella, as if, Attorney Curtis or Haley Belafonte would need help with that, or you singing with Little Richard, or you thinking Little Richard would need you to sing. I'm sorry, which member were you? Singing in the background? Okay. Yeah, I'm sure I'm laughing at you thinking Little Richard needs you to sing.
Okay, for your information, Betty, I have you know, I'm not only a magician, okay? I'm not only a nutritionist, I'm not only a trainer, but I'm also a talented singer on the side.
Then that's a good side to be on, because you're not much on the magic. Look, between you and I, look over there. Isn't that man attacking that elderly lady? And you grabbing an innocent bystander's hamburger doesn't make you a magician or a nutritionist, but it does make you a trainer. A trained professionalist in snatch a sandwich and run.
It is bad enough. Rachel tried to cripple my hand in the door on the way over, so that I might never
Still a sandwich again?
jump
A fence?
a rope again. But you both laughed at me, and now you're standing in the doorway, and you subjected me to severe pain, and now the whole left side of my leg is hurting now.
How did we do that?
Well, you know I got all this arthritis all in the right side of my leg. Look, the weather is making this pain terrible.
This sunny, bright day, arthritis.
The rain is coming. The leg tells you. The rain is coming.
Because of the arthritis. All in your leg. Well, I guess we better get right before you get left, because pun or no pun intended, that's exactly what we plan to do now. Leave.
Okay, fine. Nobody gonna take me serious? I'll do this myself then. That's fine.
Make it rain or...
Son, my daddy said to me one day, I'm sorry that I wasn't able to bankroll you into a very large start without having the necessary lettuce to get you rolling.
Instead, I'm going to stick you to some very valuable advice. Goodbye.
We got a bet.
Ask your arthritis and the rain and the all in the right side of your leg.
No bet.
Rachel, there you guys are. Everyone was here but you two. What took you and Dennis so long?
Dennis, he couldn't decide on anything to wear. I kept telling him we didn't have any more time. He kept going back and forth between the blue suit and the black suit and the pinstripe suit and the gray suit, which he decided made him feel like Gregory Peck.
That's good?
That's bad. He insisted the suit came with a Gregory Peck accent.
A Gregory Peck accent. Well, what happened? Is he wearing the gray suit? I can't tell with his overcoat.
Nope.
Then what is he wearing?
Nothing. What? I told him we didn't have any time to waste, and I meant we didn't have any time to waste. I've been waiting to see Jackie Wilson's lonely teardrop fall ever since he showed me how to be loved.
In person?
In record. My heart is crying, crying.
I finally found Henry. Here, Rachel Anderson. Why is she crying?
Her heart is crying since she's been loved by Jackie Wilson.
Scandal?
Brunswick.
The company?
The record.
Oh, well, you better straighten your face, honey, because Mr. Excitement himself is in the building and will be out to meet and greet right before little Richard entertains us.
Which reminds me, while I was looking for you in the first place, Betty, no one seems to know where he is.
He who?
Little Richard!
Do you mean no one seems to know where he is? You don't misplace little Richard. Have you seen his suits? Custom made. And that face, I haven't seen handsomeness so pretty since
This is no joke.
I'm not Red Skelton. Where could he be?
I don't know.
I'm not Jack Benny.
We have to find him.
I'm not Gracie Allen.
Betty!
I'm not Lou Costello. I'm not Lucille Ball.
Betty, what are we going to do?
I'm not Lee.
You mean you won't help me? This gala is hosted by my company's magazine. I'll be held responsible. I'm the head of the department.
I'm not Mason.
And I'm not Gimbals. Now quit being selfish and get off your Bergdorf and out on the Marshall Field, because if we don't pull the Lord and Taylor out of the sacks, that's what will happen to me. And if I get fired, that means no more front page publicity for a certain starlet who will be going from Macy's to Gimbals.
I was meaning to do it, Anderson.
Sears and Roebuck, can you two bring your retail over to the front of the room? There's a matter that may need addressing.
Is that Mason?
In a little Richard suit.
How can you tell?
She's been in the studio lately. What is Mason planning to do?
Good evening. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mason Davis, and I will be your entertainment this evening. Now, while we're waiting for Mr. Richard to wrap up Lucille, Maestro, can you give me a little tutti frutti, please? No? Okay, that's all right. That's okay. I'll do this myself. Here we go. A one, two, three. Been slipping and sliding. Oh, people and sliding. People and sliding. Woo, baby, I've been told you, boy. I don't want to be no fool no more.
Okay, I'm at a loss.
So am I, of a job.
Man, what a night. Did you guys see me up there? Woo!
I'm just glad I didn't get fired. I was sure when I saw you at the microphone, mine was about to get turned off permanently.
Under control. You see, didn't nobody call security?
Except for Dennis, but that's a whole nother show entirely.
When I spoke to little Richard about the misunderstanding, he wasn't at all aware of what I could have been talking about.
Mason, how were you able to pull this off?
I traded my little black book.
With who?
With Who else? Little Richard.
Good night, everybody.
The voices heard on tonight's broadcast were provided by Jasmine Lofton as Rachel Hayden, Tamara Solomon as Pike Anderson, Mr. Yourself, Tony Ballard as Mason Davis, and the wonderful Dominic Breckenridge as Betty Gray, reminding you that all of the women's wardrobe during tonight's broadcast was provided by her line, Dominique Private Connection.
Thanks you for tuning in to our broadcast. Remember, subscribe to our Dominic Review YouTube channel. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. And share us with others before we bring you an all-new episode next week on the Dominic Review YouTube channel. This has been a Dominic Review production. Good night, everybody. Okay, now as we put up our Josephine Baker.
That was awesome. That was so good.
That was so scruffy.
It was scruffy. That's why it's perfect for the...
And I was trying not to just
She
bust
said,
out. Really.
this is the key peak.
I know.
Okay, alright. Where are we? Pause. Alright. Right on. Hello.
Who did it?
That was excellent, guys. And I
So
liked
the light
how you, that's why I was like, I'm not going to cut. I'm just going to roll
You
it and
fixed
say
it.
she.
Oh, I was like, you're not going to say anything about something.
I'm going to tell you what's funny. Okay.
Do I come back
I
in?
was going to knock on the door.
You're supposed to make a circle around it out.
Oh, yeah. You can come back. Yeah, you can come back in.
Did,
You just need
did she
to-
come back in or sit down?
Oh, it doesn't matter. You can sit down. I have to do that.
I'm going to appear in the corner.
Oh, yeah, it's
Rent
gonna
a
be-
ghost.
That's you in the
It's
spotlight.
going to be
You're
cut
losing your
into
religion,
sections
girl.
anyway.
That's you in the spotlight. You're losing your religion.
Oh,
You'll get it.
Okay.
All right, here we go. You ready?
all right. Okay.
Okay, wait for my cue.
Wait, okay, I've missed it.
I wouldn't have closed it. Keep going. I wouldn't have closed it.
I'll trade you this book filled with valuable contacts and information.
Good night, everybody.
It's not there yet. Please.
All right, here we go. All right, so we're all four together, and here we go. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Ready? I didn't read it. Right, in tonight's broadcast were provided by Jasmine Lofton as Rachel Hagen, as Tamara Solomon as Mason Davis.
That's a different show.
The
Remember inside, you and your little blank book are of no use to me.
It's even better than that. I would trade you this book filled with valuable context and information for a chance to get on stage and woo, sing with Little Richard at the gala tonight. Come on.
Oh, was
Yeah,
Wait
just
for it.
wait for it like right. You need to register.
Okay.
Did he just go woo?
That's what I was registering.
Yeah.
You were like,
Yeah, I'm
That's
like,
not one of the best. But
okay.
you know what? That album is classic.
It is.
Every now and
Well,
again.
yeah, but I was
a new
still
artist will
back in
come out
that
with
year
some good
before
music.
it really came out. What happened?
Did I see?
It's Fritos in the Cup.
No, that's better than what I thought I saw. Carry on. I thought there was Kool-Aid in there and you were dipping it in the So this needed to be moved
No,
out
ma'am.
of
Ultra ghetto.
my sight.
ma'am.
So I could,
Super duper
I could
ghetto.
really turn your mic off. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So if you can hit that. Okay.
No, JT folks. We have decades before that happens.
Good. Roger that. Okay.
In your closet for day wear and studio gowns for evening wear, the line has to stop somewhere.
It does. With my signature right above it. Let's go shopping for some new dresses.
Not me, Aunt Mamie.
Auntie Mame. That's why I went for that.
Auntie
Auntie Mame.
Mame.
Okay.
Okay. Not me, Auntie Mae.
To lose it. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just can't look at you because you're gonna laugh.
Is that tape
But
running
I'm
with?
gonna laugh.
Betty Gray. Because that's exactly what she says to me whenever I get out of line. She says, Tony Ray Ballard Jr. So that's Pike Anderson.
Okay.
You nailed it.
So bam. Okay. Okay. Page 4.
Is that tape around the ears? Betty Gray.
Okay. One more time. So laugh out loud with that. You could have the sideburns to match, like.
Okay.
Betty. Like that's and he's like that's what I'm like a high to us.
What is this?
Okay, so let's try it one more time and she asked me if I were tired. Hit the okay, I'm at a loss.
Okay, I'm gonna write.
So am I, of a job.
Bam. Okay.